afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. Quick one without wasting any of our time. I needed us to talk about this great man, this great activist, Sowore. I know a lot of people might not like him. A lot of people might not even be happy with him. A lot of people might feel he's an enemy because of the way he's tackling Mr. Peter Obi, who is man of the people, just like myself, because I liked him, so I wouldn't lie. Now the truth is this: if you've come close to listen to Sowore and probably see things from his perspective, you wouldn't blame him for whatever he's doing. When you talk about activism, Sowore has been in forefront of activism for a very long time, fighting for the liberation of this great nation. Sowore has been in forefront of fighting for injustice long before others came in, right from school days. So I need everyone, the obedience movement, to understand that Sowore is not an enemy. Yes, Sowore is not the enemy, right here. Don't let them use you against Sowore because Sowore is not the enemy. We all have one common enemy, which are the political cankers, the corrupt political cankers. They are the enemy. Sowore is not an enemy. Sowore is fighting a just cause. Let's take a look at Sowore's timeline during this course of activism that he has been into for a very long time. So we started activism like he came to limelight in early 1991 or so, but the whole thing it actually escalates where everyone gets to know him in 1992 when the general then, the Nigerian president then, Ibrahim Babangida, expelled Sowore from the Unilag. That was the beginning and the massive uproar where people began to realize, okay, this is. Though from 1991, as at 1991, he was already fighting the government already. So he was fighting the government already. He was fighting a just cause. But in 1992, he came to limelight when President, Major General, who was also the president at the time, Ibrahim Babangida, expelled him from the University of Lagos. Not quite long. In 1992, Abacha arrested him. I guess now you understand what that means. Abacha arrested him. Now, in 1994, court gang sponsored by Abacha attacked Sowore at the Unilag. According to the information, they said he was then expelled a second time. The Nigeria police declared Sowore wanted for confronting courtesan. Imagine someone being persecuted because he confronted a group of courtesans. To tell you that Nigeria has been like this, Nigeria has wrong way for a very long time, as at 1998. Sorry, as at 1994. You're going after someone because the person is challenging courtesans. Like enough is enough of this nonsense. Now, moving forward, in 1998, the Abdulsalami Abubakar government arrested Sowore at the NUGA Games in Lagos. To tell you, this man has been fighting for so long just for the peace and freedom of the country. Not long ago, after what happened in 1998, in 2006, Obasanjo and El-Rufai sued Sowore for interviewing Benga Obasanjo Jr. and exposing the third time agenda. So, based on this information, um, they were actually working together so as to achieve a new time whereby the current president then, which was the former president Then Obasanjo was planning of doing 10 time, but Sowore exposed everything and becomes an issue. Hence, he was taken to court. So you can see where Sowore is coming from and you can see his angle. And in 2007, the late Umar Musa Yaradua banned Sahara Reporter in Nigeria because at the time the only credible source for credible news, for genuine news, was Sahara Report. And Sahara Reporter was actually owned by Sowore. That was the only place you could get genuine news from. This media outlets and the rest of them, they were all biased with their informations. They were government controlled informations, but Sowore opened up Sahara Reporter and ensured that the news were undiluted. Now, moving forward to 2014, Goodluck Jonathan Ebele, Lucky Lucky Rendo Omokri tried to institute a lawsuit in the US to bankrupt Sahara Reporter, but could not proceed a threat after a threat letter because Jonathan lost the election in 2015. So what this is actually saying is that I think if Jonathan won the election, they will have go ahead with what they wanted to do. But because Jonathan lost the election, he could not proceed with such information. Him and Rene Omokore, I believe a lot of you know Rene Omokore. Sometimes his words are good, but sometimes he has stupidly. I wouldn't lie. But it is what it is. Now, in 2017, the then Senate President Bukola Saraki sued Sowore, obtained a kangaroo judgment from Kwara State High Court, and froze Sahara Reporter's account for a year. It's crazy. It's crazy. These are the battles that Sowore has been fighting for a very long time. And in 2019, Buhari adopted and charged Sowore with treason. How does that sound to you? Treason? What's treason? But these are the things Sowore has actually faced to make sure you and I, we are okay and we have freedom as well. So it can also be regarded as a freedom fighter. In 2021, Buhari sent, according to the informations, allegedly, Buhari sent someone to assassinate him. That's to assassinate Sowore. That's what Sowore said. So in 2021, Buhari sent assassin to kill Sowore younger brother near Benin City. But the attack was unsuccessful, allegedly. Moving forward, in 2023, Tinubu placed Sowore on the immigration watch list. So whatever Sowore was doing, he was being watched. His movement and everything, they were following him back to back in 2023. That's crazy. Now, in 2025, according to Sowore, allegedly, Tinubu IGP, which is Kayode Ogboteko, arrested Sowore for cybercrime and seized his international passport. Why? Cybercrime. If you understand what the Nigeria elite classes are doing to the common citizens, I'm very, very sure you'll find a way to bring Sowore close to yourself and probably find a way. Because even one of the peace accord, when Sowore came there, because Sowore wanted to become the president of Nigeria with his ideologies and everything, I think one of the from one of the former presidents, I think was it Ibrahim Babangida, that says to him that when you become, most of the politicians and every other person present, former, all of them, they will all run away from the country because of the ideology of Mr. Sowore. And yes, this is the final thing I want to talk about. In 2025, according to Sowore, allegedly, Peter Obi and his Fexis mob got Sowore's Facebook account taken down. This is extremely wrong. This is extremely wrong. Sowore is not our problem in this country. Sowore is never our problem and it cannot be our problem. Sowore is a good person. He's fighting a just cause. So instead of putting in so much energy and effort just to bring down Sowore's page, let's put that energy and effort together to make this country great. Sowore has been fighting for your freedom. He has been fighting for a very long time. The records are out there. You don't need someone to tell you before you believe. Go and look for it yourself so you will know where you're coming from. Like I said, Sowore is never an enemy and he is not an enemy. Let's look out for a better future, for a better tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have something to rejoice upon in the future. Do have a great time. Bye bye for now.